When we're ready. Okay,
Hey, we're good.
I'll call the meeting to order on May 20. I'm sitting in for Bruce today, who is missing the meeting. And I'll call us to order at 1 o'clock and start with a roll call. My name is Rich Bossman.
Scott Fisher.
Kimberly McMurray.
Jason Vanderveen.
And with us is Assistant Chief Ward, looks like, and Scott from Labor, and Heather. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
We, because we're doing it by Zoom, according to the governor's proclamation, there'll be no input from the public, although they can sit in and listen. Of course, we can't take any input from them. We will start with a volunteer pension board meeting. And I'll open that so that we can approve the minutes from April 15. A motion to approve those.
Motion to approve.
Second. Any questions? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous. We'll close the volunteer pension board meeting and start the regular board meeting. Should be a fairly short meeting. Looks like all pretty standard stuff today. And first thing would be the consent agenda, which you had in your packet, and hopefully have looked it all through. And let me know if you have any questions on that. And if not, let me adjust my screen here. I just, there we go. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All right, any questions at all? Okay.
Mr. Bossman, if I could, just real quick, just in reference to the consent agenda, I did want to take special time to point out that I was able to promote Adam Smith to captain as the result of our captain's assessment. So congratulations to him and to his family as well. I know he spent hours preparing and all the candidates did. So we had a really good field this time. It was great to see everybody turn out and do their best.
Yeah, I'm sure Adam's going to serve us well as a captain. The meeting minutes that are part of the agenda, so we will not have to approve those separately. Do you have any questions in any of those meeting minutes?
No.
All right. And anything that you want to add, Chief, before we go to the finances?
Sorry, I jumped the gun there. I apologize.
Okay. Well, let me read the numbers for the financials. The employee direct deposit, $337,814.08. Payroll taxes voucher, $71,309.83. Benefits voucher, $216,933.60. Monthly expense voucher, $94,704.21. Special voucher of $7,980. And that one is to Karen Reed for her work with the RFA process. Any questions on any of those? Okay. And the capital projects apparatus fund, $78,507.59. Okay, any questions on any of that? Okay, if not, we'll go through any meeting reports that commissioners had that they want to report on.
I had a meeting yesterday while I was on vacation. Volunteered to be put on a subcommittee. I don't know how that happens, but I'm now on a subcommittee from the 911 advisory board.
Okay.
Myself and some of the county council and city council, along with the Linden mayor, are tasked with trying to find out if we're going to consolidate the 911 entities together. Well, basically that's ongoing. And like I said, now there's a subcommittee to the board. So I'll keep everybody apprised of what we're doing there.
You're pretty confident you'll be able to solve all this time?
We're working together to see how this is going to go. So there's some city council people and county council people that just don't know how those entities work and what is needed to bring them together. So we're going to try to bring everybody up to speed and see what the best solution is for everybody involved.
Good for you for being on that committee. That's been a long, ongoing discussion for about as long as I can remember. Anything from legal issues? I don't think there is. Anything from the local, Scott?
Nothing really at this time. Just here to support the levy, and just seems like things are getting back on track, and that's pretty good. So nothing too crazy right now. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Scott. Unfinished business, the levy lid lift. There's a pro committee. Anything you can enlighten us on that, Chief?
So the pro committee was made up of 3 community members, Dorley Booth, Kathy Berg, and Scott Brown was a representative. They did submit the pro committee statement to the county on Tuesday. We never heard, or we were told by the county that there was no con committees was ever formed. Despite the district's efforts, we did submit supporting documentation to the county that we tried to form a pro or a con committee as well. The county did that for a little bit longer once the intent to run the levy was filed, and never did. So we've got a pro statement that's been submitted on our behalf, and we're on the ballot for August.
Great.
So I just wanted to thank you to those that stepped up for the pro committee. That was a big help. And yeah, we're looking forward to getting out there and educating the public on the levy and what it's all about.
Great. Thank you, Scott, for being part of that. Is that going to be an ongoing committee, or is this just their task?
This is just their task.
Okay.
I did bring, I asked Heather Logan to come today. If anybody has any questions for her about, additionally, there's a communication subcommittee that is kind of working in the background and about getting the message out, getting it out legally. And so I brought her today. She's kind of one of our subject matter experts on what we're doing there. If anybody's got any questions or concerns or has a question about what we can or can't do.
Okay. Well, thank you to the committee, and thank you, Chief, for making sure we're following all the proper procedures on this, because there are steps you can miss very easily if you're not staying alert. So I know you're really staying on top of that, and I appreciate that.
Well, it definitely takes a village. So I would extend that thanks out to staff and our hired consultants that are.
No, you can take all the credit.
Nobody misses anything. So.
All right, thank you. Interlocal agreement and direction. You could kind of follow the paper trail of the letters in the correspondence and kind of see how this has progressed from not being so positive looking a couple of weeks ago to now looking very good. And I appreciate very much the work of Chairman Ansel and the new chairman of District 4, Mark Land, for working together on this. And so I think there's a real commitment on both districts for the RFA to work. It'll be next year, not this year as we had initially hoped. But I think that's okay. Give us some time to get the levy lifts in place, and then some time to put together a real good concerted effort to get the RFA going. It's such a common sense thing. I think it's going to move through very quickly or easily. So, anybody have or anything you want to add to that, Chief?
No, sir. I think you summed it up pretty well that, yeah, we just need to kind of focus, both districts need to focus on the levies for right now. We've got a verbal commitment to work together, and yeah, things seem to be in a better place today than they were maybe a few weeks ago. And it's really great to watch the partnership between Commissioner Ansel and Commissioner Land, and they're really communicating quite a bit back and forth, and I think things are moving in a positive way. And once we know, once we know how much money we have, we'll figure out the ILA around that, right? That's kind of what that's the position we're in, to be really honest. So once fall hits, we'll be back in the ILA planning stages, but do know that is going to be coming in the fall. There will obviously be talks around what it's going to form like. I believe it's my intent that it's a simpler, much more clear document than it was in the past, with not so much ambiguity, and that will serve both parties much better than kind of this open agreement.
Right. Well, I guess I think there's a danger to look past the levy lid lift and look at the RFA, and I don't think we want to underestimate. It's going to take some work to get this passed. It's not the best climate right now for a tax increase of any type. So I know we all recognize the fact that it's needed, and it's long overdue. But spread it to our friends and neighbors and get the word out and do whatever appearances we get asked to. So if any of us get asked to go to a Kiwanis or Lions Club or Rotary, we should not pass up those opportunities. Let people see it as clearly as we see it. So I would encourage all of us to do that. And I know labor is 100% behind us, and that's huge because we can count on them for spreading the word and for signage and all the normal things that we rely on them for. So we're very thankful for that.
There is multiple districts in the county that are going for a levy lid lift this year. District 1, just to the east of us, is going to be asking for $1.40. South Wacom is $1.45. District 4 is $1.45. We're $1.45. It's, I think and there are districts further to the east that are asking for lower increases, although they're primarily volunteer and cover much less territory than us. So It is interesting to see the way the economics of it's great. Everybody's house is worth a third more than it was the year before, except until you look at your tax bill, right? And we're all in the same boat. I am too, and I recognize that. But unfortunately, what it does to really direct, tax direct funded agencies like the fire departments, fire districts in the county, is that increase that may help a seller hurts those of us that rely on those tax dollars. He values our levy to the point where we can't sustain the level of service, and replace equipment that just gets older year after year. And so many districts in the county, so really most people in the county are going to be faced with this decision regardless of where they live. And it was pretty incredible to me to see that we're all, at least on the west side of the county, we're all within 5 cents of each other. So that, I think that speaks to the need and hopefully validity, adds some validity to the ask.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, do you have anything under policies and procedures? I don't see anything.
Just, I think one more thing, just real quick, the RFA resumption talks will probably start that will also be after the levy lid lift with really just my goal is going to be next spring to get that on the ballot next spring.
Okay.
The EMS levy is most likely going to be in August of next year, the county EMS levy, and I don't think we want to get tangled with that. We want to be separate from that.
Yeah.
And that will be with if both levies pass, it will really just be putting the two agencies together, clear, delineating. We have some final work to do on the RFA plan, but then it's just going to be putting the two agencies together with, my anticipation is no ask for any financial ask in that RFA put together.
So you're probably looking at early fall to resume that, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. Once we nail down we'll nail down the ILA and then go right into RFA.
Okay.
Hey, Chief, is there any movement on their board as far as finding a new commissioner, or
Yes, they've started the process of their advertising, and they have the 90 days, and they're actively looking for. I believe they were going to contact. There was two other candidates that applied when Commissioner Land was appointed, and they were going to let both those candidates know that there was an opening, as well as do the it's required by RCW that they advertise. So.
Okay, good. Okay.
And sorry, back to policy procedures. No, there was nothing.
All right. We
Heather,
got a donation. Go ahead, Chief.
Sorry, did you have something, Heather? Did I kind of wrap that up okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
You wrapped it up great. I'm just hoping there'll be a minute so I can update the commission on what's going on with communications from the district out to the public.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
So we have a 3x5 information card that the crews can take, any personnel, actually, you don't have to be on the crew, can take anywhere. The front is the call to action to vote on August 3rd, and the back has really our 5 fast facts of what the levy buys. It's intended to be a warm handoff, so if the crew is getting questions, they can say, here's a card with additional information, and it has the website, an email address, and the telephone number back to headquarters, so that there it is. Well done. This is not the final draft. There have been a couple of changes, but the top part of it is the front of the card with the date there, vote August 3rd, and then the back of the card has the points, and the very bottom reminding people that you haven't asked for a levy increase in 12 years. So it's a warm handoff from the crew to the person asking the questions, so that it directs them back to HQ, so that Chief or Jenny or whomever is designated can answer questions from the public. And we should have those out next week. I'm expecting to get the final draft from the printer either today or tomorrow, and it'll only take them 3 days to print that. So that's the first thing that'll be out there. We did put the FAQs, or I should say Jenny, put the FAQs up on the website. She did a wonderful job making it a drop-down menu. So instead of a long white document that nobody would read, she organized it so you can just click on the question you're interested in, and then your answer falls out. It's a much better way to keep the public engaged than just putting, what appears to be 18 miles of words. The public doesn't tend to stick with that kind of thing. So it's up there. We did also issue some do's and don'ts. It's sort of like a white paper for you guys and for the crews. Especially for the crews, they need to know that they can say anything they want when they're not in uniform. But if they're out talking to the public, they shouldn't even have a cap on that says Northwest, the initials NWFR. As a private citizen or as a member of the union of IAFF, they can say anything. So as long as they're out of uniform, they can both educate and advocate. You guys as elected officials really don't have that much latitude. You can educate, and we have some additional materials coming your way to help you with that. So you'll know, we'll give you talking points and some longer papers as well. We'll email them to you, but if you want them in some other format, and we could turn them into a wallet card, for example, if your vision's really good, but any way that it makes it helpful for you guys to have those documents, those talking points, don't be shy, please ask. The June newsletter is going to include a whole article on the levy lid lift. Again, it'll be educational, not advocating. And we're hoping to get it distributed to others, the Chamber of Commerce, to Kathy Berg's distribution list, to push that word out. I think everybody has been watching as Jenny has received and distributed articles. The Linden Tribune ran an article, and we just got one today from the Northern Light. both are pretty darn accurate, and they break the ice on the whole levy lift thing. So, that's great. When you send a press release, you're inviting the press into your business, and that's exactly what we wanted. So the story is out there, and I was pleased to see that both of them took the high road on the relationship thing. These things happen. RFAs don't come together, and you try again, and there's just no need to get into the nitty gritty of what happened. It's over, and we're moving on to next year. I want to emphasize what Commissioner Bozeman said. If you guys are members of groups, we don't care how small they are, we'd like to know, and we'd like to send you out to educate those groups. So yes, the Lions Club, the Rotary Club, if you're still a member of a fraternity or sorority, your church group, if you've got a poker group, we don't care. We'll talk to anybody. So please let us know, and we can get those opportunities either for you to speak or for Chief to speak. But the more people we can educate on why the time is now for this levy lid lift, the better. Questions, comments? Not a one. Okay.
Well, I'll start.
Oh, great.
I really like the card idea because it's something you can stick in your wallet and have, and it's easy for us to give out.
Yep.
And for the crews to have. I think it's just really a great idea. And that the talking points would be handy for any of us who are going to speak.
Yes.
So we know what we can say and not say when we're asked questions, when this is all good stuff.
Okay, great. We want to make it as easy as possible to obey the law and still educate the voters.
Great. Thank you, Heather.
You're very welcome.
Anybody else before we move on? Okay. Glacier Fire and Rescue has a request for some gear. You want to enlighten us a little bit more? I think there's a letter of correspondence that kind of gives us an idea of what's going on, but how many and how much are we talking?
They would like really not much. They're looking for 10 masks. So that each of their members would have a mask. They are curious if we have any 60-minute RIT bottles in the MSA, and I believe we do. But then they would also like 3 complete packs so that they have one for every seat on their apparatus, which means here's a fire district in Whatcom County that's running around with apparatus that doesn't have SCBAs on it. And then if we've got the capacity, 15 bottles so that they can use them for training and not use their good bottles for training where they're getting all dinged up and scratched up. So we used surplus these last year. They're already in surplus. This is just wanted you to be aware of the ask. I do need to, I have not double checked with Richard Davis yet as to whether we can straight donate these within the states or whether there has to be an exchange, like a monetary exchange. But, I would push for donation.
Yeah. Good. Anything we can do to help, good.
Just wanted to make you aware. Like I said, these have already been surplus, so just wanted you to know that they're going to a good home in the community here.
That'd be great, because I wouldn't want one of the people from Glacier Fire and Rescue thanking me for something I had no idea what they were talking about. So. Okay. Next meeting is the 17th of June. How's that work for everybody?
Good for me.
Good.
Let's see.
Probably going to be Zoom again, I'm afraid. We can hope.
Yeah, I don't know.
That date works for me.
Okay. I think the magic date I hear is June 30, so maybe only one more of these without being in person. But. Okay, so I'll put down.
Actually, there's one other announcement I think that's not on your thing. It's kind of.
Okay.
We recently had one of the board of commissioners recently graduated with his master's in was it theology, Commissioner Bossman?
Yes.
Okay, so congratulations from the staff here, and I'm sure your counterparts on the board. But,
Congratulations,
just-
Rich.
Yeah.
Just wanted to point that out.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. I still got a couple classes to do this summer semester, but was able to take part in the ceremonies last week. So
Wow.
it was good. It was fun. Thank you. Okay, next meeting, City of Lane Fire Marshal Interlocal Agreement, Assistant Chief Process, Facilities, Policy and Procedure Review.
Can we get a kind of an update of where we're at with the fire marshal agreement?
Yes.
Good.
You want one right now, or you want an expanded one next month?
Maybe just in a nutshell of what you have. I mean, I know it's ongoing, but it's been ongoing for quite some time.
It's been tabled by both organizations. I don't know. I can't speak to why blame, but for me, I'm just kind of overwhelmed. And
Gotcha.
it appears that I seem to have much more time, not much more. I have more time now to work on something like that. Last few weeks, things have changed, and I've got some time to focus on some other projects, but that's the big reason it's been tabled by both.
Gotcha.
I did want to point out, as many of you have seen the stations as you've driven by, some horribly peeling front bay doors. Just give kudos to Chief Ward for getting on it. We actually got our first bid by an actual painting company. Finally, he tracked the right kind of people down. We've got at least one more coming up this next week, and so hopefully we'll get some good relief on these just horrific looking doors we've got on a couple of our stations. So thanks to Chief Ward for that.
Thank you, Sean. Anything else? We're going to have this meeting finished in 30 minutes. You're all welcome. Next month, Bruce will be back. It won't be 30 minutes.
I'm sure it's going to be longer.
No, it's just nice to be doing business like we should instead of being entangled like we have been. So it's a big sigh of relief, and it's looking really good for the future here. So is there a motion to, well, before I do that, anybody have anything just for the good of the order? Scott, anything? Not a word, huh? Kimberly,
No.
John,
Yeah, I got 25 days and a wake up before I retire.
way to go. There
Thanks.
is life after retirement, John.
Looking
All right.
forward to it.
Well, thank you, Heather, for being part of this. Appreciate all your work, and
My pleasure.
Thank you,
Okay.
Heather, so much.
All right.
Very
Is there
well.
is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second,
And a second. All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Unanimous. The meeting is adjourned at, according to my watch, 1:28 p.m. Make sure you stop by the station or make arrangements to sign documents, correct, Chief?
Yes, sir. I was just going to ask if folks are going to come by. If you're not able to come by, just shoot me a text or call me, and I got a mobile signing service going.